This is the Rogers Engineering and Computer Science building at Baylor University, where I work every day. And today we're talking about sharing your faith. And I think this is rather an appropriate location for sharing your faith, because this is where I work every day. This is where I come to work. This is where I teach here at Baylor. As many of you know, my job is I'm a professor here at Baylor University. And I want us to go back and look at a man in the Bible that Jesus told to do the same thing, to share his faith where God had placed him. Some of you may know the story of the demoniac that Jesus healed. This is in Luke chapter 8. In Luke chapter 8, in verse 27, the Bible talks about Jesus, and it said, "And when he had come out into the land, he was met by a certain man from the city who was possessed with demons and who had not put on any clothing for a long time and was not living in a house but in the tombs." I want you to get the picture, the visual picture of this person. This guy lived in the cemetery. I mean, can you imagine somebody who would live in a cemetery, the mental state of this man? And it says he was naked and he had not put on clothing for a long time. I mean, basically, if you saw this guy, you'd keep your kids away from that area that he lived. You'd stay away from him yourself. I mean, this guy was scary. But Jesus took compassion on him. He was possessed by demons, it said. And Jesus, it says, "And seeing Jesus, he," talking about the man, "cried out and fell before him and said in a loud voice, 'What do I have to do with you, Jesus, Son of the Most High God? I beg you, do not torment me.'" So Jesus here commands the unclean spirit to come out of the man, and it said the demons came out of the man and entered the swine, and entered a bunch of pigs that were on the hill. And it said the herd rushed down to the steep bank into the lake and were drowned. And the people went out to see what had happened, and they came to Jesus and found the man from whom the demons had gone out sitting down at the feet of Jesus, clothed and in his right mind, and they became frightened. It says in a couple of verses down, it says that this man wanted to follow Jesus. Jesus was going about all the country, healing people and presenting the good news of why he had come. So it says the man from whom the demons had gone out was begging Jesus, begging him that he might accompany him, go with him. But he, Jesus, sent him away, saying, "Return to your house and describe what great things God has done for you." And he went away proclaiming throughout the whole city what great things Jesus had done for him. This man wanted to follow Jesus. He says, "Jesus, can I go with you? I want to be a part of your amazing ministry and be around you all the time." One would think Jesus would say, "Yeah, come on, I'd be glad to have you." But Jesus said, "No. I want you to go back to your hometown. I want you to go back to all these people that saw you living among the tombs, that saw you naked, that saw you possessed by demons, that saw you were just totally going the wrong direction. I want you to share with them how Jesus changed your life." You know why Jesus told him to go back to his hometown? Because those people knew this man when he was a sinner, when he was lost, when he was possessed by demons, and they would be able to immediately see the transformation that Jesus had done in his life. You know what? God's placed you right where you are for a reason. Just like God put this man back where he was to share the gospel because he would be most effective, God puts you where you are because you're most effective right where he has put you. And just like God's put me here at Baylor University and wants me to share to the people that I come in contact with here about the amazing works that God's done in my life, God's put you in your school, in your neighborhood, on your baseball team, in your band, for a reason. Because those are the people that God wants you to share. And just share with them what great things God has done for you. That's where it starts. It's just sharing a personal testimony, what your life was like before you met Jesus, how Jesus saved you, and how God has changed your life since you've met him. So I want to encourage you today to write down in your tour book, I want you to write down the names of some people that you're praying for, that God will lay on your heart that you can share with, and I want you to share with them. Okay, and pray for those people in your small group. I really am looking forward to talking with you one last time tomorrow. I know that the tour is kind of culminating here. I know you're excited and looking forward to that home concert tomorrow. So we'll talk to you again. But remember to share your faith. Sharing your faith is so important.